They'll set up to throw. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
2nd and 5. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Black. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Black. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. On 2nd down now, Bright, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jaguars getting set to go. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a give up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 5-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On 2nd down, Bright. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Bright, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Bright and whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Butler. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Check 24. Check 24.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the Panthers on Sunday night.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. A hand will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Carolina Panthers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Johnson now throwing on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
Let's make it happen this time.
Looking to throw. Johnson. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this one complete to Reed.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Off play action. Johnson. Slap. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
They've got up over 30 yards of turf so far, but the sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now Johnson on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule.
And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
For a guy still in his 2nd year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild-card round last weekend. That's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Tate. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Tate. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tate. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tate.
And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
But it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Tate, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They worked in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they ended with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
An extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field.
And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, Reed, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, it's Reed. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Johnson on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. Give them 18 on the play.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side. It's Reed.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. We often give credit to the O-line. There, 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Reed. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Here's Johnson from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Commanders are able to move back in front. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He completes it to Tate. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 1st time tonight. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barber.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Johnson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach.
He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run on first down. Reed. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun. Johnson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. Third and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Reed, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how many often does that team that had been playing before win game 1?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical. Because now you come in and you've got the momentum, you can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So with a look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. But the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. On second down now, it's Tate. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Tate, and he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. It's complete. It's Gore.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Up the middle they go. It's Tate, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man Johnson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tate, and the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. It's Tate. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half.
They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Rolling to his right. He puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Panthers have recovered.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
22. On 3rd down, Tate. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Tate. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. On 2nd down, it's Reed. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Johnson now. On 3rd and 2, he finds his man, complete. It's Barton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They called his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with the quicker guy and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Up the middle they go. Reed. And nothing doing here as this time around maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now Johnson throwing on 3rd and long. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And the Panthers coming out now. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel?
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Free kick out of bounds.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
They'll start with the option.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Johnson to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Barton.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Johnson buying time to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Reed. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Here's Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Second and 11 now.
He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Holding. Offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an
Sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because it's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them, because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?